Hey guys, what's going on? How are you doing? Guess what? Guess what today is? Today is episode 2 fucking 100, and I've got a great fucking guest with me tonight. The band Ashes to Omens is with me. Man, we're gonna have such a good fucking time. They're got some tour dates lined up. I can't wait to talk to them about that and a whole bunch of other cool shit going on. But you know what? Episode 200 starts right fucking now.
There's a system in place to keep us in chains. By a show of hands, who else is sick and tired of the same? 1% trying to keep us small, trying to keep us from getting out. Minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome everybody to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome, Derek. How the fuck are you doing today on this beautiful May 13th of the year that is 2021? Thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever the fuck you're doing right now. Episode 2 fucking 100. I cannot believe we made it to this point, and I have every single one of you guys at home and in your car or wherever you're listening or watching to thank for that. Thank you so much for allowing this concept to come into your ear holes every day. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of struggling, and it's been a lot of planning. It's been a lot of everything, and to know we've now hit 10 million downloads on the podcast means the absolute fucking world to me over the course of the last year. Thank you so fucking much. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm so glad to be able to bring you episode 200 tonight, especially with the band that I have with me tonight, because they are returning, or at least the lead singer is returning, James, because I've had him on before, and now tonight I got the whole fucking band with me. So you know what? I'm really, really stoked to have them with me tonight. So tomorrow night, they play in Greensboro, North Carolina. They got a new single coming out. They got a whole bunch of cool shit going on. So let's just get right to it, and then let's start the celebration off right with the band, Ashes to Omens. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
How are you guys doing?
Fantastic, man. Congrats on the 200.
Thank you. It's been a hell of a ride. James, I think you were on before I even hit episode 100 before, so it's been a while.
That's been a minute.
It has. But so what's been going on, guys? I mean, you got the new single coming out. You finally starting to be able to tour again. You hit Greensboro tomorrow. So what's been going on?
We've been busy as hell, man. Subjectively busy. We've been playing a lot of shows in the past 3 to 4 months as things have started to open back up. We've gotten a lot of invites to play places we've never got to play before. Got to release new music. We're very, very blessed in the sense that we're finally being able to get back to where, at least close to where we were before everything happened.
And that's all you can ask for, right? Yeah, I mean, because especially in this business, sometimes you can't plan for that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's also 3 steps forward, 2 steps back sometimes, So now it's time to start taking those steps forward, right?
Absolutely.
So how have the shows been that you have been playing been going down? I mean, how have they been working out?
Going great.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of good responses from the crowd.
People are ready to get back out there.
Yeah, really digging the music, digging the new single, liking the changes that we've made to it over time. it's been a lot more fun, and it took off really quick. Like 2020, we played two shows in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
One at the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year. But ever since then, it's just been show after show after show. And we are blessed to be able to be back out playing music and going on like these small little road trips to play a little further away from home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the last month has been any indication about the way the music business is going, I mean, the big festivals have been announced for the remainder of the year, and they're already sold out. Incarceration sold out pretty quickly in Kentucky. We got Blue Ridge Fest here in Virginia, that sold out. I think Welcome to Rockville down in Florida is pretty much sold out at this point too. And then we still, I think, Aftershock in California is sold out if I'm not mistaken. But it's like these things sold out faster than they have in previous years for obvious reasons. People are ready to get back out there.
People need live music.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to see us at one of those festivals. We submitted for Blue Ridge Fest this past week. We've got some friends of ours that we're playing with tomorrow night in Greensboro. We Rise to Fall. They're playing Blue Ridge Fest.
Yeah, they are.
Last year, they're playing again this year. And then also this past week, Front Gate got announced. I think that's in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but it's somewhere else, another big festival.
Yeah.
It got announced. And then also AthFest got announced this year in our hometown here in Athens, Georgia, which is a kind of an annual big music celebration over 3 days.
Yep.
It's a huge festival down here too, so big things, hopefully.
Yeah, if you guys get on the Blue Ridge Fest, let me know, man, because I would love to hook up with you guys while you're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I got tickets to Blue Ridge Fest, so I'm really fucking stoked about that one. I mean, that card alone is stacked. I mean, it's 4 days long. It's ridiculous amount of bands. Not all of them have even been announced yet, but it's crazy. I mean, and then to think, this year, when we're welcoming back music, bands like Mudvayne are reuniting for a big, tour on all these fucking festivals. It's been 10 fucking years since we've seen Mudvayne together. And so it's like, it gives us even more of a reason to go hit these fucking festivals. It's so fucking sick. I mean, it's absolutely out of this world crazy.
Absolutely. I think I've seen Megadeth is playing it too. I think they announced this week maybe. I know Megadeth's on it, but I'm not sure when they announced it. Is Ice Nine Kills playing that too?
Yes, they are. They're playing. They actually play both Incarceration and Blue Ridge Fest. So I think they're like Friday here at the Blue Ridge Fest, and then like Saturday at Incarceration. So they got to like drive from here to Kentucky overnight.
Jeez.
Yeah. So yeah, but a lot of bands are doing it because there are a lot of the same bands are playing both festivals. And then a lot of the same bands are also going to be at Welcome to Rockville in Daytona.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit farther out. And then again, probably then a lot of the same bands are playing in Aftershock, but that's in October, I think it is. But either way, I mean, there's still being more announced. I mean, then they got the Fest down in Gainesville, Florida. That one's been announced. So many others, man. It's like, thank God, I mean, it's still a little shaky about, what, if it's going to be okay, if it's going to be safe. I have my high hope cap on, but, I'm hoping it turns out okay. I mean, there was no real, mass spreading events, or at least numbers that I heard of from like the Super Bowl or from like WrestleMania or anything like that. So they all had crowds, and the baseball games have been having crowds and stuff like that. So hopefully that's a sign of, good sign.
Yeah, and the CDC did say today that it's finally safe to be out and about if you're fully vaccinated, of course, without your mask on, even if it's an indoor event. So, CDC, that's literally what they do is disease stuff. So if they say it, I mean, can't help but believe that. And, it definitely, it gives you hope that, it's going to be picking up a lot sooner. And again, especially with all these festivals coming about, I mean, things are going to pick up in a big way finally.
Yeah. And, for the music fan and all of us, it's just about damn time. You know,
Oh,
I haven't seen a show since Labor Day weekend of 2019.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, oh my, yeah, exactly. You know, the last show I saw was Slipknot Road Show with Volbeat, them, Gojira, and Behemoth. So, but like I said, that was a fucking show. Let me tell you right there, man. Woo, that was a show. Especially the way they designed it too. Behemoth opened, and then Gojira came on, and then you had a nice little palate cleanser with Volbeat in there, and then Slipknot came in and just tore everybody's faces off. But that was a hell of a show. But that year, I mean, I saw 10 other fucking shows. I mean, I went to Ice Nine Kills twice, Falling in Reverse, Nothing More, you know, From Ashes to New. I mean, so many other fucking bands that year. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I even saw Treyu that year. And then nothing last year, obviously, like everybody else. But it was, for someone that deals with mental health on a daily basis and uses music as an outlet for my mental health, to just be able to listen to it on my, you know, my Amazon Alexa, or to watch it on YouTube or whatever the case might be, or just jam out to it in my car, is not what I want. I want to be able to go feel it, you know, see the emotion on your guys' faces, see the emotion on the drummers' faces, and see the emotions for the guys sitting next to me or standing next to me. He just hand begging or moshing out of control because he just feel it in their fucking soul. That's what this is all about. It's not about, you know, money or anything else like that. Yeah, that's part of it, but it's that emotion. It's that connection, that unity that we have as the rock community. When we go to a rock fest, it's not about, you know, what color you are, what gender you are, what sex, religion, whatever. It's about the fucking music and that connection that we have with the band and with each other. You know, you can go to a fucking rock fest anywhere in the world, and I bet you, or anywhere in the country, and you're gonna have some fucking racist neo-Nazi KKK motherfuckers there. But I bet you a fucking dollar, not one of them will give a shit about any of that during that music time, because right there it's about brotherhood.
Hell yeah.
It's the great uniter.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still pricks, don't get me wrong, but you know, but again, it makes you forget about the daily bullshit. It makes you forget about everything. It's just about unity, and I love that shit. Love it. So,
We're all there.
go ahead.
Yeah, speak of it.
We're all there for the same reason.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell's the point otherwise, you know?
Yeah, I've always thought of music as a universal language. Like, you know, you can take a guy from Russia who doesn't speak a lick of English, you know, put him in a room with, you know, any one of us Joe Schmoes, and, you know, put on, you know, hell, it could be even a Beethoven sonata, or, you know, fucking, yeah, you know, LD50 from Mudvayne, you know, as you brought them up, like, put on something like that, and even if it's not the same exact reaction, you're both going to have that same thing you're reacting to, and you can communicate that way.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
that's just-
look back at the concert that Metallica did back in the 90s when they played in Russia. You know, all those fucking people were singing back to, you know, Metallica in fucking English, their fucking music. You know, or look at videos of Rock am Ring, and that happens in Germany every year. All those fucking American bands go over there and they play their fucking hearts out, and those Germans and Austrians and all the people that come around all the fucking place to watch these fucking bands all sing the music back in English, and it is so fucking beautiful. You know,
It'll be a game to play over there somewhere. Like the music over there is respected on such a high level. Every person I've ever talked to that's got to do like European tours and anywhere, you know, not that touring in the U.S. is bad or anything, but over there, there's just such a love for music of all levels. It's just a different world over there.
Oh, absolutely. The amount of love that they have, but even like going east into Japan and shit like that, the same type of shit happens. I mean, the stuff that's been coming out of Japan as far as like rock and metal goes is insane too. It's like, I mean, look at how big baby metal has gotten over the last few years. That shit is insane.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to the band Authority Zero a couple weeks back. They had that huge hit back in the early 2000s, One More Minute. And they've been underground, punk underground ever since. But they're huge over there in Japan. They tour in Japan more than they tour here, for exact reason like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I just wish that the American fans and the American music fans can discover what they're missing out on. It's so pop and over produced music these days, and if it's not picture fucking perfect, they auto-tune the shit out of it and then throw it out to the people, and they're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. But but they're missing out on so many other levels of the the music business. And it's sad. It really is, because there's so many talented people that can just pick up a guitar, write a fucking song, and then put it on an album and say, this is fucking gold, and it goes great to the rock community, but it doesn't get a fucking listen anywhere else, and that really sucks.
Yeah, it really is such a niche thing in America, but really do that, all us guys on in this scene, all we can do is just keep doing our thing, keep putting it out there, and just keep trying to connect with people, and hopefully some find their way over. If not, well, that's their loss.
Well, I definitely think it's going to be in for a huge resurgence. I definitely think rock as a whole, not just like metal or punk or anything else like that, just rock as a whole is definitely in for a huge resurgence. And I think it's going to have to do with some of the bigger artists on the other spectrum, like your rap artists and your pop artists that are kind of venturing over to the dark side, like your Post Malones or your Miley Cyruses, for fucking fuck's sake, holy shit. And then obviously, a Machine Gun Kelly and shit like that. Those guys have kind of started slowly venturing over to this side, and I think people are starting to put more eyes and ears on it in ways that they never did before. Like back in September, October, when Miley Cyrus did that Save Our Stages show at the Whiskey A Go Go and did that cover of Cranberries' Zombie. How many teeny boppers, that love Miley Cyrus heard that song for the very first time and said, who the fuck are the Cranberries? And then went and listened to that shit and just was like, boom, okay, I found something else I like. I hope that's what happened. I don't know if it did or didn't, but they discovered something new that day.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and then Miley putting out that album that sounds like fucking Joan Jett and the Blackhearts in December was sick. If you guys at home have not heard of that, download it. It's called like the Pink Girls Club, or I can't remember what it's called. Something with the word pink in it. But it's fucking awesome. It's a fucking great album. That's coming from a guy who loves fucking Meshuggah and everybody else in between. So I dug a Miley Cyrus album. Shoot me up. I don't care.
She did a not terrible cover of Head Like a Hole on that Black Mirror episode. So, I mean, come on. You got to give her some props for that.
So I just got off of another episode that's going to be airing next Wednesday. And we talked about this exact thing. So that episode that she did on Black Mirror was like 2 years ago. And that whole episode was about her transitioning away from pop and going more rock or more punk or whatever the case might be, whatever that character wanted to do. And then at the end of that episode, she covered Head Like a Hole. And that was really her playing guitar and singing. She told us 2 years ago that she was going to do this shit. Nobody fucking listened. And now all of a sudden she's coming out with a Metallica covers album this year. Did you know that shit?
That did not know.
She's actually working with James and Lars right now on a Metallica covers album.
Wow. That's very much unexpected.
Right.
But it's stuff like that that's only gonna bring more eyes and ears to the rock industry. Like every time, Posty does a fucking interview on his tour bus, he's got Slayer or Megadeth blasting in the background. Good for him for doing that shit, or him covering a fucking Nirvana song up on stage while he's got all these fucking rap people around him. Good for him. I hate that it's taken that to put more eyes and ears on the rock genre. but I'm kind of glad it is. But at the same time, I don't like it, you know. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you. Like with the auto tune and the over polished stuff, you know, it's really taken like the human aspect out of music.
It loses feeling.
And you know, rock and roll needs to be loose. You know, it needs to have that human aspect to it, and that's what makes it unique. I mean, if you look at bands like Queen, you know, back in the day, they used to record everything live in the studio, and you know, Freddie Mercury, just amazing vocalist, and you just don't really see that anymore nowadays.
No, you know, you can pinpoint a few rock bands that do that kind of stuff. But like, you know, when you have like a raw powered emotional song and you just go into that booth and you fucking sing your heart out, and say for instance, James, you're singing a song that just has so much fucking, you know, passion behind it, and you're at one point during like a breakdown or something, you're out of key, you're just screaming your fucking heart out, you've got tears coming out of your eyes, and you're just fucking feeling the emotion. You walk out of that booth and the producer says, hey, we need to do that again because that wasn't how it needed to, you know, you're out of key, you're pitchy or whatever the fuck it might be. In pop, you would have to do that. In rock, you don't. It's like, no, that's exactly what I fucking wanted. I wanted that raw fucking emotion. You know, I wanted that. I wanted the pitchiness. I just wanted it to sound like a fucking scream. I just wanted to belt it out. I don't care if it was in tune. That's what I wanted. You can't get that with auto-tuning. You can't get that in pop and everything else like that. You know, you just can't. And that's what I love about this genre. I mean, look back at 2019's Popular Monster from Falling in Reverse. You know, that breakdown, Ronnie is not singing. You know, he is fucking just belting it out, his raw fucking emotion, talking about his mental illnesses, talking about his struggles in life. He just doesn't give a fuck. And you can feel it. Every time you listen to that song, you can feel it. You don't get that in pop or rock or pop or, you know, any other genre.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. 100%.
So, you guys got a new album coming out or a new EP coming out? What's going on? Because I know you got a new single dropping. So, what's the plan going forward?
So we've got the new single is going to be coming out on June the 11th. It'll drop on all platforms. Pre-saves are live now on Spotify, and tomorrow it'll go live for Apple Music, iTunes. And then we're tentatively set to release the album in October, provided everything gets wrapped up in time. We're looking at October as the deadline for that. We still got a couple more songs to finish up to go on it, but it's looking like October is going to be the full album then.
So, in your last album, you know, you had a song dedicated to the troops. You had a lot of other songs that were just, you know, raw, you know, emotion and stuff like that. Where's this kind of direction of this album going?
So that song is actually a part of this album.
Oh, is it? Okay, because I remember we talked about it last time.
That's right. Yeah, we had released that single, you know, in the middle of the pandemic or whatever, because we wanted to get out there everybody could relate to, and we knew that song was a good fit for that. It did really well. You know, people really responded to it, and I don't know that we have.
I would say the overall kind of feeling of the theme is just like internal conflicts. Whether it be personal or at work, just in everyday life.
And that's kind of the meaning behind the name of the album too. The album's going to be called Little Black Boxes, and the idea of that, you know, it really plays into the mental health aspect, where everybody has these little black boxes in their head that, you know, are compartmentalized traumas to whatever degree. You know, some boxes are bigger than others, but, you know, sometimes those little black boxes open, and, you know, a lot of what's gone into this album kind of stems from that. You know, just sort of getting, you know, getting all the stuff out that's in those boxes, you know, in your head, and, you know, trying to come to terms with it and make sense with it. So, you know, it really plays into that. And, you know, along with that, just on the music side of things too, it really seems like this album is coming on a lot tighter. Like, you know, I'm still I'm technically the new guy to the group, and it just feels like we're all playing as a very cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Which I think is, it's important not only to sound good, but it also helps with all the crap that comes with the whole process, because as fun as all of this is, it's still work,
Of course, yeah.
but we, you're literally just looking at a group of friends that just happen to be making music together.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned the whole mental health thing and conflict and everything like that, because prior to me talking to you last year, James, I had discovered you on my own, because of the song Conflict Within. And that song just pulled me right in. And it was just like, fuck, and to know that you guys are still going in that direction again just makes me love you guys even more.
Yep. And going back to the album title, to me, the album title, The Little Black Boxes, every song is like a different black box of a different issue to the band personally, and not all lyrics are written by James. Most of them are, not all of them. And, that the songs that are written by another member, that's like their little black box. That's them opening it up and getting it out there. That's why I really like the album title a lot. Like, cause each song is its own little black box, different issues, different problems, and getting it out there.
I love that a lot. Excuse me. That I fucking love. I love that. That's so fucking badass. That oh man. I love that. That is such a cool fucking concept. Cuz that whole thing is, again, that's another thing that's lost in the music business. Just usually just one guy writing stuff and then everybody else kind of coming in and writing stuff around it. But I love that. That is so cool. Hats off to you guys on doing that, because that really means it's a group effort, it's a band effort, and it's not just, what's going through James's head at the time. It's a little piece of you guys in every fucking song, and that's fucking awesome.
I think we've always did that, and so I have wrote a lot of the lyrics, but David writes lyrics as well, and Chris writes a lot of lyrics too. So I think it's always been about a group effort. If I'm feeling a certain sort of way about a song, that should go a specific direction, or even anyone else really, we're consistently bouncing ideas off of one another. Do you have any ideas what we could do here, or what do you think about this idea? And because when we play those songs, we want all of us to be able to relate to it, right? We don't want it to just be, like you said, just James's idea, or just Derek's story, or whatever. If the song is not felt by each member of the band, then you're going to see that. It goes back to that passion and that connection with the fans. And I think that's what a lot of our fans like, is that they can relate to the music because they see not only the personal connection to the songs, but they see the passion that we put in it when we're playing it too.
And that's what matters, because then it's not just a connection with the lead singer or the front man. It's a connection with that whole entire band. Because I think all too often do we just remember the front man's name, or do we remember just a certain person in the band, other than Pete Wentz, how many people in Fall Out Boy can you name?
Solid point, man. Solid point.
Okay, I just lost a little respect. I'm just kidding. But Pete's bigger than the band. You know what I'm saying? Because he had that whole Ashley Simpson fiasco, and he was bigger than the band. But a bassist being a front man is different by itself, unless you're Lemmy. But again, that's that whole point. But it's like bands like you guys and like Avenged Sevenfold. I can name, and that not just because they're my favorite band, because they go out and they do interviews separately. They do their own little things. They talk about their process in this. And so everybody knows Johnny Christ and Sinister Gates and, fucking Zachy Vengeance and all this other stuff. And not everyone just knows, oh, Matt Shadows. It's not that, that's how that band works. They're a cohesive unit. You know, same thing with like Metallica. Everyone knows it's James and Lars and fucking Kirk, and you know that's how it works. But again, you got bands like, you know, the opposite way. You know, Falling in Reverse. Everyone just knows Ronnie Radke. You know, and last year when their guitarist Derek died, you know, it was heartfelt because he had been with them from the beginning. But how many people knew Derek's name prior to that happening? And it's stuff like that that really is kind of bothers me on that side, because then it goes back to the whole overproduced poppy stuff that happens on music, you know, and pop, where they have 50 fucking people writing the song, and you don't know anyone who wrote it, but you know that Beyonce sung it, and that's all that fucking matters.
Sure.
So I'm glad that you guys did that. That is a step in the direction that this business needs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
So you guys have got a lot of tour dates coming up. You know, a lot. You know, you got the new album dropping soon. You know, or not soon, but you know, this new single dropping soon, and the album dropping hopefully soon. You know, in October, like you said. You know, where are you guys going next? What's the plan here?
So well, right now, goal number one is finishing the album. Obviously, finishing the album is always going to be priority number one. But we do have a lot of shows lined up. We're going to be playing, like I said, North Carolina tomorrow night. Then we'll be in Atlanta Saturday night. Then we're going to take some time off to go to the studio. From there, we've got shows set up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We've got other shows set up in South Carolina, and it's mostly just here for the summer, other than the festivals that we're trying to get on and play. Outside of that, though, we are planning to do a tour for the album when we drop it. That'll be a Mid-Atlantic tour. So we'll start down here on a Friday, and then, you know, we'll hit the road, and then we're going to go through your area. So we're going to cover, you know, all of Virginia. We'll be going to Chesapeake and Fredericksburg up towards Maryland. We'll be doing some shows in Delaware and Pennsylvania. And then we're going to come back through Ohio and back down to Nashville. So there's going to be 7 or 8 stops that we'll be able to do on that to promote the album.
That's fucking sick, man. And I can't wait for you guys to come up this way so I can, you know, get with you guys. Cause I mean, that would be so much fucking fun to be able to see you guys live and, you know, be able to hang with you guys and, you know, possibly do an episode face to face for once.
Where are you out of?
I'm in Leesburg, Virginia. So it's like North Virginia, right near Maryland, West Virginia borders.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like right in the middle of it all. I can go to Richmond, I can go to Fredericksburg, I can go up to Silver Springs, or I can go to Baltimore. It's all within like an hour and a half drive.
Sure. Yeah, so we'll definitely be doing Chesapeake, and then we'll be doing Fredericksburg the next night. So we'll be right there in your area.
Sweet. And hopefully you guys do Blue Ridge Fest as well. That would be so fucking. That would be huge for you guys.
Everybody watching, cross your fingers.
Yeah, there's still. You know, I meant to point this out earlier when you was mentioning all these festivals. I think it's something that they're doing this year that they have not been doing previously, and I could be wrong about that, but a lot of these festivals are bringing on tons of regional, tons of indie bands. Of course, they're bringing on a lot of names, you know, like you mentioned, but they're bringing on a ton of independent bands, and I think that's important, you know, especially since the festival's sold out. It's going to give an opportunity for bands like us and even, you know, other bands that are, you know, in our area to be able to reach people that they've never reached before.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at some of the lineups for these bands, I mean, some of these festivals, you're 100% right. You hit the nail on the head. There's so many indie bands on there, just underground bands and stuff like that, that is like, it's going to be huge for them. And hopefully, like I said, you guys get on that card too, because, again, it would be so fucking huge for you guys. People would, like, you know, a whole new fucking audience of people coming on to you. What the fuck do you want?
Everything.
She's been doing this all day.
Hi, Dad.
Go.
No.
I'll be done soon. Bye. Last night, right in the middle of a live show, she runs in. She runs in and goes, "Hola!" I gotta lock my studio door.
Get a fan.
go. Let me finish up. Life with a 10-year-old.
Tell us about it.
It's that. Yeah, that. Because always coming down in the studio right in the middle of a fucking interview or a conversation, and you know I'll be planning, and she's just there. It's been worse since my divorce because I don't have my wife to kind of keep her in check. Now it's just like she just comes down here whenever she wants. Okay, just go. She's standing at the door going, I'm bored. I don't care. Go watch Family Guy or some shit. I don't know. But so yeah, if you don't have kids, this is life with a 10-year-old. They will constantly interrupt your recording process and, you know, interrupt you during work and want to play, and you're like, I'm trying to write a song or I'm trying to record something, and like, no, I'm more important. It's like, are you 18 yet? Can you go? I already got rid of one. She's 19. I was happy to see her go. Now I can't wait to get rid of this other one.
Counting
down the days.
Yeah. Don't hold anything back.
Oh no. Hopefully my ex-wife's not watching. She's going, oh, I'm writing that shit down. Use that shit against you in court, motherfucker. And that's exactly what my ex-wife sounds like in my head. And just everything she says. The voice and all. Yeah, my ex-wife sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West. Just, you know. She's just not green. However, that would explain a lot. I'm going to hell, by the way.
I'll save a spot for you at the bar.
Yeah, please do, because I'm gonna need some company while I'm down there. Because I say too much horrible shit, and yeah, I'm not gonna be forgiven. Yeah.
Good company. Good company.
Yep. Yeah, bad company. That's what we want. We want bad company down in hell, you know. That constant drinking session.
Bad Company by Bad Company off the album Bad Company.
And then
or James Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, it's like then covered by Five Finger Death Punch. Well, yeah.
True.
I don't know who did it better though.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, it
That's
definitely
true.
depends on who you ask.
I can tell you, as far as covers for Five Finger Death Punch, they ruined the Offspring song. I can't stand to listen to that.
Actually, you know what? The first time I heard it, I was like, why do I know this song? Because it was so different, you know, that acoustic vibe, you know, and to actually like listen to the lyrics in that sort of way. I actually kind of dug it, to be honest with you. Because then it made me go back and appreciate the Offspring song more. Like, I always knew the lyrics to the Offspring song. You know, I've always known the lyrics to that song. But then to hear it the way Five Finger did it kind of made it have a different meaning. So I gotta have to disagree with you on that one. I'm not a Five Finger fan in any which way, shape, or form.
However, I've never heard it. They're not on my playlist. I've never heard it.
Listen to it.
It's
Thank me later.
It's definitely dark. They did it very dark acoustically. What the hell was the name of the song anyway? I can't remember.
Gone Away.
Oh yeah, Gone Away. That's right. But yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not a Five Finger fan. I've seen them in concert. They put on a hell of a fucking show. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a Five Finger fan. But I do like that song. I Gone Away was a pretty fucking good song. I hate to admit that.
Everybody has their guilty pleasures.
We all have our closet music that we don't tell anyone.
Yeah, but for the longest time, I thought my guilty pleasure was Paramore.
I love Paramore.
Nothing guilty about that one.
Yeah, Haley Williams, man, that chick can sing. She's gorgeous. She's got a hell of a mentality for the music business. She's an advocate. There's so much good stuff about her. So it's hard not to be a fan of that band.
And even beyond that, Zach's drums on the first album were killer.
Oh my God, yeah. I heard a story. They were doing an interview to where they literally had they had to replace the drum heads like every other song because he was playing so fucking hard.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. Or something like that, yeah. But yeah, that's they're just a great fucking band together. So no, I guess it's not a guilty pleasure. I don't know if I have any guilty pleasures then. No, I thought that was my guilty pleasure. I guess I was wrong. Thanks for making me feel better about myself now.
Backstreet Boys or something.
No, I don't feel guilty about my love for BSB.
Fuck BSB. NSYNC all the way.
Hey, NSYNC.
No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, not easy. NSYNC is great too, but I grew up with a girl around my age, a cousin, lived next door. It was Backstreet Boys, Black and Blue album. Played it on repeat. Hi, Tiffany.
It was a great album. What do you want? No,
sorry,
NSYNC was
Bye. No Strings Attached. That was a great fucking album.
Bye.
Great. I'm gonna have to deal with that for the rest of the night.
We're carpooling together, so he's gonna hear my NSYNC. That's Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. And plus, look at where the boys in Backstreet Boys are now, and look at where like Justin Timberlake is and like Joey Fatone. I mean, Joey Fatone owns his own hot dog stand, for crying out loud. You don't get much bigger than that. I mean, when you own a hot dog stand in the Florida Mall, you fucking made it.
Damn right. That's what all our goal is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Joey fucking Fatone. I mean, that's what it is. I mean,
Lance, tried to go to space.
Yep.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, he was gonna go to space and everything.
Wow. Today I learned.
Years old.
And you didn't even have to go to Reddit for it,
You between us and him, apparently.
Yeah, well, I hold strong on my side that BSB, the harmonies were tighter. Just overall, things meshed better.
I lost Shell's camera. There you are.
There it is.
Yeah.
Might need to play.
But no, I mean, I guess we all have our guilty pleasures, but going back to the original conversation, it's conversations like that in the opposite way that I don't think happens enough. Do you hear Justin Timberlake talking about his favorite Megadeth album? So we're giving them respect. They need to give us respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're out there, JP. Talking about you.
And that guy is such an artist too, man. I love that guy. He is so fucking funny and talented, and it's like I hate you so much for being that way.
He's truly a renaissance man. He can just kind of do everything.
He can. You can call him up at the last minute and say, "Hey, we want you to be on SNL," and he's there. I mean, he was always even when he just did little bit parts, he was always the star of SNL, man. Like him and his Jimmy Fallon fucking Billy Gibbs show shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I need to go watch that shit again. That's so funny. Or him and Jimmy Fallon just getting on the TV show together, and they did this one segment where they did Inception mugs for each other. So they each bought each other a mug of them holding that mug, and then they did it over and over and over and over and over again, to where it eventually just was this whole, and everyone, it was a picture of him, a picture of him, a picture of him, a picture. It was just a really fucking funny bit. You'd have to go back and watch it, but it was really fucking funny. I guess I lost you on that one. Anyway, hey, don't make joke again about Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake. Okay. Hey, comedians got to write notes too, you know. I don't always hit. I try, but I don't always hit. But no, in all seriousness, guys, you guys are seriously one of my favorite bands. You guys are in my rotation on my fucking Amazon Music playlist, constantly. You know, you come up with, you know, some of the other, you know, some of my other favorite bands, and it was truly a lot of fucking fun to have you guys with me tonight and to celebrate my 200th episode. So, James, thanks for contacting me again. It was more than a privilege to have you guys on, and I cannot wait to hook up with you guys again. Hopefully, next time we do this, we get to do this face to face, and have a little bit of fun. Maybe do an acoustic set or do something along those lines where we can have some fucking fun. Because I would love to do something again with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Dope. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
So you guys stay safe on the road. I know you guys are getting ready to head out to Greensboro probably in the morning, right?
Yep.
So be safe out there. I know you got some other dates as well. Guys, check them out. Go to ashesdomens.com and check them out. You know, all the different tour dates are up there. Buy tickets straight from their website. Check out the new fucking single on June 11th. And then look out for the new album coming in October. And hopefully you'll see some more stuff from the us too, and some great stuff hope in the future for you guys, man. I really hope you guys, this is your year, man, or at least the beginning of a good year next year, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for your continued support, too, Derek. We really love you guys.
Dude, anything you guys need, I'm always here. You know, whatever it is. I will definitely make room for you guys whenever.
Awesome.
So you guys take care and, you know, enjoy the road, enjoy those live dates again, and we will definitely talk soon. As far as everybody else goes, thank you so much for being here for episode 200. I love you guys from the bottom of my fucking heart. I'm not done. You're going to see this fucking beautiful fucking face for a long time to come. So definitely come back again tomorrow for more fun and antics from Suck It Podcast. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, stay fucking heavy. We'll see you guys later. Peace.